I had a problem in my backyard. I have two big trees and I want to hang up a hammock between them. The problem is there's 30 feet between the trees. This is quite a long distance. Here's a solution I came up with. I used tubular nylon webbing to make a daisy chain. So you can see there's loops. It's really just a big sling, and then I tied a bunch of water knots in the sling, and there's different lengths between each section. So it's like a daisy chain ladder that they use in climbing. And you just don't tie the knots with the same length of tubular nylon webbing. One is short and one is long. So you can see you get this kind of a daisy chain. Then I used a climbing carabiner, a simple one, because I know it's strong and it won't break. This is important. And I can just unclip it and I can move it up or down the daisy chains. There's a daisy chain attached to the hammock and also to the tree, so I can easily adjust the height of the hammock. This matters a lot because when you sit on the hammock, it tends to sink down because some of the rope is stretchy. You want static rope usually, which does not stretch. And if you use dynamic rope, which is stretchy rope like nylon, it can be like a big elastic. So you have to be careful, and that's why I use climbing carabiner, so I'm sure nothing breaks. Because if it breaks, it can come flying towards you like a slingshot. You don't want that. This is a Larks Head knot, and there is a grapevine knot. So on this side, I'm using static cord, and I'm using figure 8 knots. First of all, I tied a big sling with a grapevine knot, and then I tied a bunch of figure 8 knots in it to make a daisy chain. Now you can see I'm moving up the rope, and there's another carabiner here, so I can adjust these two daisy chains, the one daisy chain which is attached to the tree and the other daisy chain which is attached to the hammock. And I can easily adjust the length of the hammock rope or connection so that if you sit in it and it sinks down, you can adjust it again. The Larks Head knot attaches a tubular nylon webbing sling to the tree. You can see again on this side the connection to the tree is about 10 feet off of the ground. It has to be high if you're using a long distance between the two trees. Here's another shot of the carabiner. You can see it just clips into the figure 8 daisy chain, and on top is the nylon webbing daisy chain, which is made using water knots. This is a Larks Head here, Larks Head connection. This is a grapevine knot, and it's really pretty simple once you learn how to tie these knots. And this is on the other side of the hammock. There is a carabiner too, and that's attached to the figure 8 daisy chain. The basic idea is that you have 4 daisy chains which let you easily change the length of the hammock connection and adjust it. This is really key because it's sometimes very hard to adjust the hammock to the right length over such a long distance, and it's better to use static cord because then you don't get this big bouncing effect from the nylon stretching or the dynamic rope stretching. So this is what the daisy chain made out of nylon webbing looks like. You just have to learn how to tie water knots to make it. Here's another shot of the nylon webbing daisy chain. In climbing, it's sometimes used almost like a ladder, and I like to use climbing gear because I know it's strong enough to withstand the force, and it works well. Here's a shot from inside of the hammock. You can see what it looks like. And this is a shot of the daisy chain attached to the tree. Again, it's attached high up in the tree, and I use a Larks Head to attach the nylon webbing to the tree. Thanks for watching and have a great day.